footage has emerged of Katt Williams' claim that he can run a sub 4.5 40-yard dash. Now, he came on Club Shay Shay and say, he could run, he athletic. He talk about he shoot hoop. Say he play like 10 games a day in the yard. He say, he box, he lift, he do push-ups and sit-ups and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they had him on the basketball court, and it looked like he moving pretty good. I mean,
he moving pretty good. But man, that wasn't no goddamn fofo. Come on now, man. What kind of? Hey, stop playing.
But hold on, how long is the side of a basketball court? I don't think it's 40 yards.
You don't think so?
No, hell
no. That's no. Just looking at the video. That's a long way. That's a little ways now. That's a little ways.
I don't think that's no 40 yards.
I know one thing. That wasn't no goddamn fofo. He ain't running that. I know that much. That ain't happening.
That Katt.
Yeah, me
man,
and
Katt Katt done came on Club Shay Shay, man. Man, everybody's still talking about that Ocho.
Yeah. That was people. Listen, that's one for the record right there now.
Yeah, Ocho.
That's one for the record.
I'm talking about people that I would never ever think would know anything about Club Shay Shay, know anything about no Katt Williams.
Right.
I'm talking about white people in the airport.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to say that interview with Katt Williams.
Yeah.
Man,
they gave the thumbs up.
Yeah. I'm like, the pilot, I'm talking about the flight. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
And my sister was like, man, I didn't know. I'm like, hell, I didn't know either. Right. Nobody knew. Ocho, when you do something like that, look, like I said, I've been doing this now for 3 years. Katt Williams, my 102nd sit down. And I've had some viral moments. Steve Harvey's at 10 million views. You're about 6 million. You're like 300, 400,000 from 6 million views. Coach Prime is the same thing. DC Young Flies at 4 million. I mean, we had some breakout clips, but the difference is between what Katt has done, Katt Williams breakout clips, he got breakout clips, which is like 7 minutes. That's 6 million.
Yeah.
I mean, 1.5 million, 2 million, 3 million. I mean, nothing like this. I mean, I said, look, I was hoping for 10 to 15 million. I thought we could get 10 to 15 million. I really did, Ocho. I honestly thought we could do 10 to 15 million with Katt Williams.
Yeah.
But when I see 121,000 watching in a chat, now you was like, okay, where can it go?
Yeah.
Then the first day you do 5 million.
Yeah.
You're like, hold on.
The topics, the things that are being discussed, the things that are being talked about, it commands the ear. It attracts people. I want to hear what he has to say because we didn't know about it.
Right.
Okay. He's exposing and letting the cat out the bag based on things that we didn't know about.
Right.
But he does because that's his world.
Right.
You're not a part of that world. You don't run in those circles, so you don't know those things. I don't run in those circles, so I don't know those things. So I was part of the 120,000 in the goddamn chat because I want to know what's going on too because I love comedy. I like to laugh. I think I'm funny.
Right.
Hell shit. So I want to know what's going on in their world for those that are at the top of the food chain and what they do. And it was interesting. Right. It was interesting. I ain't picking no sides because I know them all. I enjoyed that thoroughly. I love people's truth. I love people's honesty.
And the thing is, Ocho, is about what comedians, the one thing that we know, and they do very well on my platform. DC Young Fly, Ricky Smiley, Said, Steve, we had Jay Farrell.
Right.
They all do extremely well because they know how to entertain. And what they can do is take true things and make them funny. So he's telling you truth, but he's making them funny. He's making you laugh. And all the while you like, but he's telling the truth. Now that's what the listeners, some of the comments that I've read.
Right.
But it's been, I don't think anybody thought this. Because he was on I think he was on Mike Tyson a year ago or something, but he doesn't do a whole lot of sit downs.
Yeah.
And so that's why I was a little surprised, Ocho, when it was like confirmed, okay, Katt's coming in.
Yeah.
I'm like, CJ, you sure? So I'm like, man, let me get her. I want to get here early.
Right.
Hey, he showed up early. Hit the door talking ish.
Ready. He ready.
So I'm like, hey, I'm doing my
Right.
The wild hold a wild because he's steady talking. He's steady talking. So hey, you drink? You're like, yeah, I heard about your cognac. He's telling me he heard about it. I'm gonna see. Mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna tell you now, if you don't want me, hey, don't give me. He told me don't pour me none if it ain't good, because I'm gonna say it. I said, okay. I said, okay. Hey, I think it's good, but hey, you be the judge.
Right.
Man, Ocho, when like I said, we could have got another 15 minutes while he was standing there, where he was, doing this. Hey, everybody, how you doing? Mm-hmm. We asked him, do he need anything? He need water. I just need a microphone.
Yeah. Just go.
And he, I don't know, you can't see me, but y'all saw it. He doing this on his pants. He rubbing, he doing this.
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay. Let's go. And Jordan laughing because Jordan was like, I look over to my red. Jordan shaking his head. Mm. I'm shaking my head too. Everybody. And then the laughter that you could hear, like when he's saying stuff, they like, he for real. I'm like, he's being dead serious, mm-hmm. but he making it's so funny.
Funny, right.
But Ocho, he studied. He knew damn near every person mm-hmm. that had been on Club Shay Shay. Mm-hmm. He could tell you a line of what they said, like not on camera, but he could say what they said and make it funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the comedians, he knew everything they had said. I'm talking about damn near verbatim.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just no thing that, okay, I'm gonna study you just so I no. No, he like, we watch tape. You know how we watch tape? Yeah. And we watch it, we get that tape, we get that film on late Tuesday, Wednesday, mm-hmm. and we watch it Wednesday at practice and Wednesday at home. Thursday at practice and Thursday at home. Friday at practice and Friday at home. Mm-hmm. And then we get it again Saturday morning, and then we get it again Saturday night before we have the big meeting.
Right.
That's how he studied.
Mm. He got to, in order to come on something and have that kind of impact with what you're saying, you got to have all your I's dotted and all your T's crossed. And that's mm-hmm. exactly what he did. And that's the reason it's going the way it's going, because he was on point. And he been holding that in for a little minute too now.
Well, he said what he said.
That ain't just started.
Oh,
He's been holding that in for a long time, waiting for the right opportunity to be able to get that off his goddamn chest. And having your platform where it is now, the timing was perfect. And that's why it's going the way it's going.
Ocho, but if you look at it, he hadn't posted anything since the pandemic. That's why I was surprised.
He ain't posted in 3 years?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And so that's why I was surprised when they say it's locked in. When TJ told me it's locked in, right. I'm like, I'm like, so, because normally what we do is that when we have a guest on, we'll like send them a link and ask them to post it, or we'll try and collab with them.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the collab was him agreeing to sit down. We hadn't sent him any links. I mean, 32 million. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, even as it's slowing down, Ocho, it's slowing down to do, and we're doing, instead of doing the 10 million, the 12 million that we did, mm-hmm. we're doing 4 or 5 million.
Mm.
Still.
That's tough, boy. You know who you would have to talk to, or the type of person you would have to get to even top that, or even come close to that. And in order to top it, it would still have to be something controversial to even get to that point.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't honestly.
I can't even think
basically you'd have to get Michael Jordan, and he'd have to tell you why he retired in 93.
Right.
And why he actually left in 98.
Right.
And go into details about things that he's never shared.
Yeah, that's the only thing. That's the only way.
Somebody LeBron saying the decision, this is what, I mean, it's going to take somebody that's big and not necessarily. Sometimes people think big automatically means views.
It doesn't.
But
because the person has to be interesting as well.
Interesting. And that's what the comedians can do, if you look at who like really does well, it's comedians.
Yeah.
But the thing is that it has to be an environment where you let them go. See, a lot of times I'm a conversationalist, but let's just say for the sake of argument, I'm an interviewer.
Right.
I can't make it about me by constantly cutting him off
or
her off. I got to let them talk. I got to let them get their point across. I got to let them say, because that's the only way. I got to make sure he holds that train of thought or she holds that train of thought.
Right.
Me constantly interrupting, then the audience will say, man, let him speak. Let him talk.
And it messes up the rhythm. It messes up the rhythm in what they're talking about too.
Yes. Because the first 30 minutes, he unpacked so much in the first 30 minutes. It was almost like a little comedy special in and of itself. Before I got to the point, because at the end of the day, Ocho, we still got to have structure.
Right.
I can't let it be a whole 2 hours and 46 minutes of just free flowing. We got to get structure. Tell us where you're from. Why'd you move here to here? Why'd you do X, Y, and Z?
Right.
Why'd you do, ABC? So we had to have some structure. So while we let him go for 30 minutes, I felt at that point in time, it was time for me to get it back on the tracks.
Right.
And he was cool with that. And then it was like, hey, I got my piece in. Now, what you want to talk about? I'm talking about what you want to talk about. Okay, let's talk about this. I thought he was like, some of the stuff, I mean, when you like, if you notice, you listen to all my guests, the one thing that they always say universal, you really prepared. You done your homework. Because we have.
You got to, though.
You got to.
You got to.
You earned their respect. They're like, okay, you prepared. And they trust you.
Safe place.
They trust you.